Hi guys, this is Goodbooks 2-in-1 accounting and stock inventory system best suited for pharmacies and hospitals, shopping marts and warehouses, mom and pop shops, auto make and auto parts shops, logistics and e-commerce, restaurants and retailing shops, and also schools and many other. It comes with free starter kit website and also staff competency training and 24/7 maintenance from Amazon Digital Services. All right, let's look at the system and let's dive in. All right, I'm going to log in. Now, this is the system. This is the home page. You can take a look at the dashboard, which tells you an overview of the customers' invoices, income, blah 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 blah. All right, that's the low stock alerts. When you have inventory that is running out, you're going to see that there. You also see the recent invoices you have. The mega menu shows you the major parts of this system. You can look at the components, customers, reports, delivery notes, products. We're going to be diving into these things in one after the other. All right, so you can also look at the major menus also and log out, and you can also view account settings, activity logs, which has to do with what each user did in the system. I logged in as an administrator. I can also sign out. That's about the dashboard. Now the accounting system has places to manage customers, manage receipts, manage sales, manage daily records, and also manage delivery notes, stock activity logs, and generate reports. Now, what's the difference between stock activity logs and the activity log I talked about? Now, the stock activity is around the products, while the system activity logs is around what every user does in the system. Let's look at the customer area. Now, the customer area has functionalities for you to create new customer and add each of those customers to the system, and when they have done something with the business, they've done a particular sales business with you, you can look at the reports of that particular customer between a period of time. You can take a look at their financials and request for your payment if they are still owing you a particular amount. So now this is this customer, this is the delivery status of products. Some products have been delivered but not paid for. Some have been delivered and there is an advance payment. Depending on your working schedule, working procedure, you can also print this invoice. All right, that said, you can also look at receipts for any customer, the amount remaining and the amount received, and print those receipts for each of the invoice. Okay, it comes with the invoice number, the payment date, and who the customer is and the amount they received. Just a digital receipt you can send or email to your customers. All right, you can also look at the sales within a period for a particular customer. So you can search for a particular customer. You can also view those customers' reports per their invoices and how much they paid and which day they paid, and you can also print, you can receive money for a particular invoice and collect payment, and as you are doing that, it's going to be deducing the amount. Let's say I'm going to collect 30k out of this, so I'm still going to have an invoice balance of 11.5. These are for customers who don't pay. Maybe they are paying you in huge amounts, in millions, so they are paying a particular amount in a particular period of time. You can collect it and you can set the date, either backdating it or pushing it forward depending on the time it was done. All right, now that's said about invoice. You can also manage daily records. Not everybody is going to get an invoice before they pay, but everybody gets a receipt. Okay, so you can actually create every transaction on the system and set the category to either expenses or revenue. And when you put in the amount, let's say you have 45k and you are doing this for 3 units, that's about 135,000. It calculates that automatically for you, and you can describe what business you are doing and which category it belongs to. All right, that said, you can also look at delivery notes when the products are going to be delivered and where they're going to be delivered, who delivered it, which vehicle, and who received it at the company where those products was transported to. And you can print these for your management meetings. All right, you can also look at activity logs, who added what in the system and who sold what and what was the remaining quantity when it was sold, because some of the people who work in an organization may try to play mischievous means and they can just sell things and add them up. So this area of the inventory activity is what I meant when I said the stock activity is different from the system activity. This particular area is viewed only by the administrator. You can actually see what happened when you were not there, and you can do this using your mobile phone. All right. That said, you can look at where you generate reports for management meetings, accountings, and all of that. You can generate your financials, your income statement, and take a look at it, your profit and loss, your revenue and expenses within a particular period, and print it. All right, then we look at inventory. You manage units depending on the unit in which you are selling. You manage units, and for every activity, the system tells you who added it and the date it was added, and you can edit or delete. But whenever there is editing or deleting, the administrator will get an alert in the activity log area for system activity. Categories also, you can look at categories. You can also look at brands, and you just create as many brands as you want, create as many categories or as many units as you want. Then you can now create the product. You can view the product quantity, unit, and also increase stock when you have new stock coming in. All right, and the system manages all of this for you. Let's look at adding a new product. This is the place where you can add a new product. You can put the product name, product description, product price, stock quantity, select unit, select brand, select category. Now, I would always advise you create your units, brands, and categories first, so that you can just start entering your products. It's as easy as that. And as you sell, you can just add them to the invoices. And once the invoice is paid for and once the invoice is approved, it is going to deduct the inventory. All right, that said, I think the final thing here is just the users area, where you can manage the users of the system as the administrator, and you can also create departments where you are adding them to. All right, we have front desk auditor and administrator, who manages every part, auditor who keeps track of the inventory and communicates with the front desk and also the administrator. The front desk are people who are in charge of sales, invoicing, and receipting, and also the delivery notes. You can just go through the system and you look at everything that has been said. I was just able to track that down. And for activity logs, which is system activity, you can track both deleting and adding and editing some of those major operations that affect the system. You can see everything from your activity log, but this is only available to the administrator. And deleting is also available to the administrator, and other assigning people to user roles and privileges. Also, you can also manage your personal account and set your password, which is visible to you. All right.